How's it going, everybody? I am Preston Johnson.
Welcome to
Last Word Cheetah, brought to you by Bets TV.
As a general philosophy.
That's exactly right. You're a fish.
Qwan, by the way, my producer, Qwan Young, doing a good job. He'll be taking the calls. How you doing today, bud?
Hey, man, how are you?
We appreciate you guys tuning in. Welcome to the show, Bets TV, bringing you Last Word Cheetah. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to Last Word Cheetah. Happy Monday. It is gloomy and rainy here in Southern California. We're at the Bets TV studios, but all is well. I am Preston Johnson. Hope everyone had a great weekend. Hanging out with Qwan Young, my co-host and producer. How was your weekend? Did you bet NFL Sunday?
We went 0-3.
Seriously?
Yeah. It was kind of bad.
We need to get you on the couch, man. You've had one winning NFL week, right?
Yeah.
How many weeks in are we? 7?
7. Listen,
Okay. What were your 3 bets? Hold on. Let's talk about them before we take your calls. 661-515-BETS. We have a brand new leader, by the way. We're going to put up the leaderboard in a second, but first I need to figure out. Qwan doesn't even remember what he bet. He's got to look it up. Were they parlays?
Yeah.
And then you had the Ravens probably in 1 or 2 or 3 of them? You had the Chiefs probably in
No,
it?
I took the Titans.
All right. Oh. And you were right about the Titans and still managed to go 0-3.
Man, the Ravens killed me. I think I had the Ravens in both. I didn't even bet. Oh, I took the Rams against the spread.
Anytime you've bet a Detroit game,
man,
no matter which way, no
and then
chance.
I went Falcons, Dolphins over 45, Falcons, Titans, and then Sam Darnold getting smoked.
Why'd you bet on Sam Darnold? I mean, that's probably your first
That's
mistake.
the question right there. Why did you bet on Sam Darnold? And the other one I had, Rams, Raiders is a pick, and then Lions, Rams under 50. 50.5.
Okay. Well, better luck next time.
Yeah.
We'll just leave it at that.
We'll get there.
We're going to hear from all of you guys. Throughout the month of October, we've been building a prize pool. We give away cash, and we track how well you guys do. You get to pick one game per day. We have a new leader. Someone jumped in, Tom Davis, the man, the myth, the legend. He's won this before. He hit a 12-1 golfer. It was Hideki Matsui, I believe. He's now sitting in first. He went from negative to jumping everybody. Here's the top 10, by the way. Matsuyama.
Matsui was a pick.
Matsui used to play baseball for the Yankees. Thank you, sir. I don't know what to say other than Tom never loses. He's just been on this run now for the last 2.5 months, basically. So congrats to Tom. You guys also have the entire week to play catch up, so you guys can kind of see where you're at. We will see how it goes, but we have football tonight. We have obviously NFL this weekend, college football this weekend, which will all come into play October 31st. Halloween is on Sunday. So, by the way, I should remind everyone, next week I'm going to be out of town. Whale Capper will be coming into studio to do what I do, answer your guys' phone calls next Monday. Matt Landis will be coming in on Wednesday, and I believe Quan's trying to take over on Tuesday. So be nice to those guys next week. I'll give you guys another rundown about that as the week gets closer. But, yeah, this is where we're at. I'm ready to take the calls. By the way, Qwan bet again on first caller for $50 with me and lost yet again. I believe it is Ty, you said? All right, Ty, welcome to the show, man. How did your weekend go betting?
It was pretty good, thanks. How'd you do?
It was good. Great college week and NFL slight win too. It was 3-1, but 2 of the wins were smaller plays, so like a 2-1 basically. But I will take it. A lot of people got crushed. I hated the NFL card, so I just didn't play much at all. But it worked out.
Yeah, quick question for you, and you may get to this at some point. I know you're going to go over sides you like today. What do you make of the Auburn-Ole Miss game?
That is one that I played. So let me pull up.
I'm going to guess you're on the Ole Miss side.
No. As much as I've loved Ole Miss, this should be Auburn -3 in my opinion. 1.5. Okay. And it is up to almost 3 now, most spots. It's 2.5, but Penny is sitting 3 -103. So, yeah, it just opened a little short. And you actually look at the fact that I'm going to look up the schedule so I don't miss it exactly. Matt Corral and Ole Miss have had to gone through a little gauntlet here. Alabama, and they lose that on the road. It's their first loss of the season. The crazy game against Arkansas. then Tennessee, which was like a 5-hour event, and then LSU this past week. Now they have to go into Auburn. They're just, I think, a team that's about a coin flip on a neutral field, and so when the line was cheaper, it's under a field goal, it's just a little too low. We'll see if it gets to 3 across the board, but got to go against my guy, Matt Carl. Kind of a mini Heisman hedge, too, if you have that 30 to 50 to 1 range we talked about over the summer on Matt Corral. If they win this, then he has at least a lot better shot at going undefeated the rest of the way. If his only loss is Alabama, and with his numbers, he'll be in the mix. So not an awful hedge there, too, if you take Auburn.
Awesome. Appreciate it. I got some ground to make up with the month coming to a close. So want to use your whatever device you got there that chooses between 2 different things and throw Metcalf and Callaway into the first touchdown scorer and spin the wheel.
Everyone's going to be asking for this now. I just got to pull it up. Look, that got a good amount of views. I think we were up to almost 2,000 views on that.
Yeah, it's a great story.
So it's DK, and then who's the second one? Sorry.
Marquez Callaway.
Callaway. All right, man. I'm spinning it.
We got to get some spin the wheel music.
It is going to be DK. DK, first touchdown scored. Is that what you're looking at?
Yep, that's what I'm looking at. I was trying to decide between those 2 guys and also looking at the 2 TDs or more market, but with a kind of a lower total. And Geno Smith, I think this is the way to go if I'm going to take a little bit of a risk as the month comes to a close.
Fair enough. I can give you 10 to 1, the one book I just looked at. Does that work?
Yeah, I'll take it. Let's hope he catches like a 42-yard touchdown in the first quarter and we cash.
It has happened before, man. Appreciate the call. We'll talk to you later on. Good luck tonight.
All right, later.
See ya. You know who's going to win? Callaway. Because maybe he was leaning one way or the other. I don't know. He probably didn't really know what he wanted to go with.
Got to spin the wheel.
Yeah. Who's up next?
Connor from Charleston.
Oh. What is up, Connor? How you doing? By the way, for those that missed it last week, Connor called in, disliked my Clemson pick and my Wake pick. He disliked the Clemson one more, so he was more right than I was on that game. But Wake, that Wake Army game was wild, just back and forth. Wake was always a touchdown ahead because I think they never punted, and there was a 4th and inches they failed. That was the only time they didn't score the whole game. But take 30 seconds. We'll all bask in your glory. Picketing company. By the way, I will make note. The first time I switched to the Clemson game was as Shipley's dropping the touchdown to go up 14-0 and literally just snowballed downhill from there. Like Pitt crushed them. So I blame myself for that. Anyways, take the floor.
I appreciate it. No, it was a fun weekend. A lot riding on that Wake Forest and Clemson game. So I'm glad we split 1-1. That Wake Forest game was wild. I mean, Army was just trading scores with them all game, it seemed like, and they threw that. Did you see that fake punt they tried to throw?
Yeah. That was a sick pick. I don't know how he got the safety. He turned around, but it wasn't even a safety, but he played it like he was a professional safety and played over. Yeah, no, it was a great play that basically swung it from Wake being up 7 all game in the second half to 14 and kind of playing from ahead at that point.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. That's college football for you, I guess. But
I have a question before you get into something you want to hit on maybe for this week.
Yeah.
Because I liked Miami last week against NC State. It worked out. I played against Pitt with Clemson. I like Miami again, and they happen to play Pitt again. Do you have any thoughts on the Pitt game now laying like 11 last time I looked at home against Miami?
Knowing Narduzzi and that Pitt team for the last few years, this is such a flat spot for them. They always seem to lose these games at home when they're double-digit favorites.
Yeah.
I think it's a terrific spot for Miami. It seems like Miami's backup's better than Derek King too. So
he's improved
I think
quite a
right
bit
on that Miami side.
Yeah.
I was looking at that SMU Houston game. Houston had that weird game this week with the 5-hour rain delay. I think this is the best defense SMU will face all year. Houston's grading out defensively as, I don't know, a top 20 unit, I think. This is probably the best offense they'll face as well. So I like Houston at home, laying a point. I think it's at Pick'em right now at some shops. What do you think about that game?
Yeah, I can give you pick There's also a +1 on Houston at Circa, so I can give you actually the +1 there. They, if I recall, pulling it up here, they opened it there, and it hasn't really moved. So they're just sitting. Let me pull up real quick and look at a number. Let me see, 190. Just looking at the rotation. I have Houston a small favorite, not enough for me to play it or anything, but would lean that way, especially getting the point. I guess that's an extra point in your pocket, but no real opinion. I haven't dug into the specifics of the matchup, but if you're right about the Houston defense relative to a lot of the SMU opponents to this point, and the strength of schedule kind of jumps up, it's similar actually with another game. San Diego State, Fresno State was one where I know some guys betting Fresno, and like the straight numbers say it's pretty fair in my opinion, but if you look back at who San Diego State has played, they haven't played a single offense yet that can throw the football. And like Hainer and Fresno State obviously can. So how much stock do you put into the specific matchup and the upgrade in SMU seeing a Houston defense that ranks top 25 in a lot of the metrics? It's a great point. But yeah, it would only be the Houston side for me. Ultimately a pass, but yeah, that's the way to look, I think.
Yeah, I was looking at it. Like SMU, the best like havoc defense they faced all year is like North Texas, and that game was tied 7-6 at half. I mean,
is it really North Texas? Wow.
The best havoc rating. So
yeah.
I mean, TCU's like dead last in the country right now. So that was the best team they played all year. So I think Houston is in a great spot to win this game. So I'll take Houston. And then I also looked at Louisville +7 on the road at NC State. My numbers had it at like 4. So I don't know what you have in that game.
I'm pretty sure I had that right around the 6.5, 7 range where the market is. Obviously, you can get 7 yourself if you shop around. You can lay the 6.5 if you like the other side. I think I saw one person I know that bet NC State already, but as a whole, no opinion really on that game.
Yeah. Cool.
All right, man. Appreciate the phone call. We will talk to you later on.
Yeah, thanks.
Good luck.
All right.
Take care.
Thanks.
Qwan wanted me to speed up the call. Look, the guy got me. Clemson Pitt. He gets as much time as he wants. That's what I deserve. Who's up next?
We got Joey.
How's it going, Joey? Welcome to the show. How was your weekend?
It was good. I'm on vacation now. Had a winning week. Can't complain.
Where are you at? Are you allowed to tell us?
Yeah, Myrtle Beach.
Oh yeah,
Rented
beautiful.
out a beach house, so I'm right on the beach. I'm at the beach right now.
I'm pretty sure that's one of the like 7 or 8 cities that Qwan lived in. He also lived in other countries too, but there you go.
Go check out. I forgot the wing spot.
Wings, like buffalo wings?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, that's
That's
my number one kryptonite.
Wings?
Oh yeah,
Listen, man.
bad.
There's this place out by me, SoCal Wings. I gotta bring you some in.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll just go out there. I'm not eating like when you bring them in covered 20 minutes later after you drive
A
in
little cold. Yeah.
and like soggy skin because the condensation.
They're the best though.
Excuse me?
That's when they're the best.
Versus hot out of the oven or fryer?
Yeah.
All right, well, we have a separate discussion later. Let's figure out what Joey wants to bet this week on Monday. Go ahead. What are you looking at, man?
All right. Well, I got to do something a little unconventional because I seen Tom Davis hit that golf win.
He is. We put the leaderboard up earlier.
me.
He's plus 10
I
units
saw.
now, and you're a few back from him.
I know. So, got to go all in today. I want to just take the Miami Heat money line, and then we'll be neck and neck if that hits, and then we'll see.
Okay, I'm pulling up money line prices. You're going to go, basically you're laying minus 910 is the best price I see.
Yeah.
You're good with that?
Yeah, I'm going all in on them tonight.
Okay.
Magic on a back-to-back. I don't trust the
Big win, too.
back-to-back of the season. Yeah, big one against the Knicks after getting demolished by like 30 something.
Yeah. All right, man.
But,
We'll lock it in.
I'm gonna ride with the Heat.
I don't mind the philosophy, like very likely to get another win under your belt, see where you're at on Thursday and Friday, and then kind of reassess. So, yeah, you're in minus 910.
All right, thank you, man.
All right, man.
Care.
Take it easy. See ya.
All right, bye.
Who's up next? Who do we got?
We got Hunter in Houston.
Nice. What's up, Hunter? How'd your weekend go betting, man?
Not too good, man. Not too good.
I'm sorry to hear. It happens. Qwan can relate, at least Sunday. What are you looking at for today?
Yeah,
What are you looking at betting?
I'm looking at Alvin Kamara 2 touchdowns.
Ooh, all right, let me pull this baby up.
See what the best you can give me.
Yep. At least 2 TDs. Alvin Kamara plus 375. Does that sound about right?
Yep.
All right. I just looked at one spot, but where are you? All right, is he on the top 10 leaderboard, Qwan? Do you remember off the top of your head? Go ahead and put it up one more time. I need to try to take a picture in my head. All right, you're in 8th.
Yeah,
That would put you, into the top 3.
Yep. So I just think that he's the best player on the offense by a lot, and they've got to utilize him. Monday night game, Seahawks defense isn't good. Hoping he can get like a receiving one and then maybe a rushing one.
I like it. All right, man. We'll lock it in. Good luck tonight, and we will talk to you tomorrow.
Okay, cool. Is the betting extraordinaire, is it still rolling?
Yeah, day 1 was Friday, and we did NFL Moneyline 2-team parlays, and like 10 of the 12 people had the Ravens. So I think there's only 2 left. It's Tom and one other person. Do you remember, Qwan? Paul? Paul and Tom. Yeah, okay. Paul and Tom. So there's only 2.
Okay,
so then if they lose tonight, then we'll reset tomorrow and everyone gets a chance to play again.
That was day 2. This is day 3, I believe.
Thank you. All right, man. We'll talk to you later on.
Sounds good. All right, man. Yes, sir.
You're right. It is day 3. I just forgot the first day was the Thursday night NFL and NBA. Yep. Who's up next?
We got Alec in Ohio.
How's it going, Alec? How'd your weekend go?
Pretty good. The betting went well, but the Bengals just absolutely destroying the Ravens was, one of the best moments to be a Bengals fan in probably 5 years.
That's the best that they've got. Look, it's interesting. You guys used to make the playoffs and then just lose every year in the first round. I'm guessing if you're a Cincinnati fan. Maybe it is the best moment in the last 5 years. Like, you crushed them too. It wasn't even like a late win. Like, maybe this is for real. Look, they were one of the teams I liked under their season win total. I was just wrong. I was probably right about Jacksonville. Cincinnati was the other one. I didn't like either of them. I think Miami was another one we liked under, but totally wrong on Cincinnati. It's been really good and fun to see, to be honest, just as a football fan, because their offense is exciting as hell.
Yeah, I mean, I was pessimistic too going into the season, so I agree with you. But I'm going to take Alex Collins plus 950 first score.
Everyone's going to be sweating this game tonight, Qwan, because they're trying to jump back up. I'm just making sure I can't give you a better price. I can give you 11-1 first TD. 11-1.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
All right, man. We'll lock it in. Good luck tonight. We'll talk to you later on.
All right. Thanks, guys.
You know what's interesting? The Kamara is plus 375 to score twice, but he's 4-1 to score first in a game that's probably not going to have too many scores anyway. I kind of like the first TD at 4-1. You don't need to get it all back in one day today. You got 5 days, so maybe a 4-1 shot's a little more reasonable.
Everybody's going to try to throw that Hail Mary.
Yeah, the problem is you can't. Once someone takes the same one, you can't really do it. But no one's taken Alvin yet at 4-1, so just a matter of time. Now that I said it, someone will probably use it. But yeah, I don't mind it. Who do we got?
Jamie in Atlanta.
Well, he needs an official congratulate. I'm just congratulating all the callers today because I just took L's all over the place. But congrats on the Braves. You going to World Series games? What's the plan?
Oh, thank you. I got tickets to all of them. I even snagged some extras this morning as a season ticket holder for all the people begging me for tickets. So see what we can do. They're going for like $1,000 a ticket now. So.
What's the vibe like locally? Are people behind the team? Like, it's still a baseball city, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the Braves haven't been to the World Series since '99.
It's been a while. That's why I was kind of curious.
Yeah. I'm actually a Reds fan. I'm from Cincinnati. Went to Ohio State, so I'm actually a little bit out of my place. But I mean, fun year to have season tickets. Fun year to go to the playoffs. I actually wasn't at Game 6. I told myself I'd sell my tickets for that one, and then if we made it to Game 7, I'd go watch, but I didn't want to watch them lose 2 in a row if that were to come to it. And if we won Game 6, I'd go to the World Series. So that kind of worked out. That was a hell of a game, though.
It was.
Thought you guys had it.
I still can't. I will never get over the 0-2 count to Darnaw in like walking him there, giving up the hit, then giving up the homer. Like, just don't walk him on an 0-2 count. Anything but that. Make him get you. And he walked him there, and it just those 3 runs on that 3-run shot from Rosario swung it. It happens, man. Baseball's so high leverage when you really think of like every pitch can lead and matter so much. It's so significant. It's what makes sweating it if you're actually a fan or have bets on MLB playoffs. It's just insane. It's this slow pitch to pitch, like 30 seconds in between sweat that's just brutal. But I'm rooting for absolutely the Braves to beat the cheating Astros. So I'm on your side the rest of the way. No, not even close. I'm not betting it. Plus 120s and 130s are probably about fair, but totally an Atlanta fan. So.
Yeah, absolutely. So, all right. For my pick, I'm not gonna go too crazy today on the catch up, but I did see. Looked like WinBet still had Ohio State minus 16.
16?
I'll take that. 16.
Yeah, that doesn't seem possible. It's like, didn't it go up to 18.5 even? If you're looking on the screen, it's probably just they posted it and then it got pulled because Clifford's technically like questionable, and then he just played a 9 overtime game, which, by the way, we didn't talk about that in the intro, but holy cow. Also, that rule needs to change. Don't think it lasts past this season.
I hate it.
I'm not going to let you take the 16. I'm fairly confident without pulling it up that it's not on their board. It's 18.5 everywhere else. There's just no way they're hanging that.
All right. Well, I'll go with a similar bet, and I know this one's out there because I've been watching it. Give me the first half, Ohio State first half team total over 20.5. It moved. I bet it at 115. It's 125 now, but I'll let 125.
You can have 122.
All right.
You just think they score enough just right out of the gate?
But I think that our offense is too explosive. I know Penn State's defense has played better, but I don't think there's many teams that could hold Ohio State down. And I don't think Penn State plays slow enough or will move it enough on offense to keep the possessions away. I think we probably get 5 possessions. So 3 out of 5 touchdowns feels reasonable.
All right, man. We'll lock you in. Over the 20.5 first half. Homer pick of the week from Jamie. Hey, man. Congrats again on the Braves. We'll be in touch. Talk to you later.
Thanks. Yep. Catch you later. See ya.
Yeah.
That overtime game was like completely terrible.
It would be less terrible if there weren't like 7 straight where no one could just get the 2-point conversion. I don't know if there's ever been a time in history that 14 straight 2-point conversions failed.
3 yards. Like, come on.
Like, is there?
We played a 6 overtime game, and I promise you, there was every element possible against Fairmont State.
What at those leagues or divisions or whatever? What is overtime like? The same as
25.
Yes,
25 and out. This is like 2006 though. It was hail, rain. The mud was like this deep. There was a tornado. There was lightning. The power went out.
And they were making you play.
And we played through all of it. Like one of the worst games.
What was the score going into the first overtime? 3-3?
No. I can't even remember. Okay. I think maybe 17-17 or something like that. It was low score. It was worst conditions possible. But I think it was way more entertaining than not being able to score from 3 yards out.
Seriously. I didn't even flip to it until overtime 4, I think. And then I watched 4 straight of like no one getting anything. And then they finally got it at the end. But then they tied. They both got it in the 8th, and then it went to the 9th. So yeah, it was insane to watch. But regardless, who do we got up next? We'll take the call. How's it going, Nick? How'd your weekend go?
Hey, Preston. It was pretty good. Won a little bit in college and swept NFL. So it ended up being a pretty good weekend overall.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Good to hear.
Yeah, it was weird. I actually didn't have anything like sides related in NFL, and I normally have at least a couple or something, but it was just all props for whatever reason. I hated the NFL board, but it's just kind of the way it worked out. But alrighty. Anyways, I got to do some catch up. I'm not going to do money lines yet, though. I'm just going to keep going with the college sides for a little bit longer, and then we'll
Sure.
probably transition to some money lines, keeping an eye on Tom Davis. So anyways, ugly team, but playing much better is UL Monroe. I would want them plus 28 against App.
Okay, interesting. So my number's higher, and I know App State's coming off the big home win over ULL. So I'm intrigued. I'm not betting the game. I kind of respect the spot still, like the old school nature of. And if you actually bucket UL Monroe the last month versus maybe their first couple of games, they've improved for sure. Interesting. Yeah, I can give you 28 still. I'm curious. I forgot where Circa opened it. All right at 28. But yeah, my number's up near 30. I know someone else that has it at 31. Okay. I was talking with this morning. But break it down for us then a little bit more.
Sure. So I think Monroe's offense is much better now that Chandler Rogers has been the starter here the past few weeks. Like his dual threat ability has been like pretty crazy. Like his completion percentage and quarterback ratings like pretty damn high. Like the last 3 weeks since he's been taken over as a starter. And it's true, App does have a few extra days, like obviously because they played on, Wednesday night against Coastal, but at the same time, they're coming off a big one. Maybe it's just I've over upgraded Monroe for their offense and what they've done here the past couple games. Maybe I've just over adjusted it some, and I'm not like low on App. I really don't think I am. I think this is more just me being more pro Monroe. And like Terry Bowden, I still give him maybe I rate him a little bit too highly as a coach, but like what he did at Akron, like maintaining that, like Akron is like the hardest job in the MAC. Like maybe Eastern Michigan's there too, and what Chris Crane's doing. Akron is like is brutal job and like kind of knowing the MAC country there a little bit. I just have like a lot of respect for him. I think it's possible he's got the Monroe development on a faster track maybe than some people expect, but I don't know. That's just kind of my read on it, I guess.
So I was just looking last 3 games, Chandler Rogers, 8 TDs, 1 interception. He's rushed for about 142 yards, 44 yards, 144 yards. So completion percentage pretty high. The problem is this for me, I think, ultimately. The game before that, it's Coastal Carolina, but they gave up 59 to Coastal Carolina. They gave up 55 to Georgia State. They beat South Alabama this last week. They gave up 30. Maybe the play is the markets and the total haven't caught up. I haven't looked at weather in that game. Specifically, I'm going to do some totals digging tonight, and we'll talk about them tomorrow on the show. But maybe the look is over. But the fact that it's moved down out of the gate, I think it was like 62, 61 at one point, that maybe there's some weather involved. So if not, if the weather's good, that might be an interesting angle, but I think that's the direction I would lean just because I can't trust their defense. And if App State is quote unquote flat at all and ULM comes out and scores first, then it's App State playing from behind at least and maybe picking up the pace a little early. And that's probably the way I would look.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, we already locked in Monroe, so I don't think I should take it back at this point. But
no, that's all good.
But I think you're right though on what you're thinking though with the over though. I think that process makes a lot of sense though, and because Monroe's defense is still pretty suspect, so to say the least. So that would
be my worry against any competent team, let alone like Georgia State. So it's like I can't really give them any credit on that side of the ball yet. But anyway, we'll lock you in for the 28. Good luck, and we'll talk to you later on.
All right, sounds good. See you.
We got Christian Hornets pick -110, and an unfortunate news incident here. Patrick can't call into the day, or can't.
Plumber again?
Yes, and he says the show will suffer accordingly. But he wants Geno Smith anytime touchdown plus 450.
Ooh, that's interesting. Let me just double check.
Says he has.
By the way, there is wind and about like a 50% chance of rain in Boone, North Carolina, Saturday for the App State game. So that could be part of the reason that it has moved down. I figured that would be the case if it's already moved 3 to 4 points. Anytime TD for Geno. Yep, plus 450. Okay, that is fine with me. We'll lock him in for that.
We got Ryan in Dallas.
What's up, Brian? How are you doing? How's your weekend go?
Good college and then pretty bad NFL, so okay weekend.
I feel like that's probably the most common fan answer. Just fan meaning people that bet on football. They do okay on Saturdays, and NFL usually just kicks their trash in. So there are people that can relate, that's for sure. What are you looking at for this week early?
So I think I'm going to take college football, Georgia -14 in Florida.
Ooh, okay. I know someone else that bet Georgia as well. I think I was like 13.5 projected. So I'm staying away from the game, but tell us 30 seconds why you like the Bulldogs.
First of all, I think JT is going to be back this week, and then I think Alabama closed. I think with 14 in Florida as well, and I think Georgia is better than Bama this year. So I think this is probably should be more like 15, 16. So yeah, I'll take the 14.
Okay. That is interesting because people think, oh, Bama was similar Florida, but Florida only lost by 2. And so sometimes it's hard for bettors you want to wrap your head around the result and not necessarily the closing line, which is what he was referencing with Alabama's line in Florida, which is usually going to be more predictive of the one time that they play. So I can't disagree with you there. It's interesting. I know Florida's coming off the loss to LSU and then had a bye week. So they have a little extra prep there. But I believe, did Georgia have a bye week as well? I don't remember them playing Saturday.
They did. Yeah,
so they're even playing field anyway there. So there's no adjustment really to be had. And if JT's healthier, at least, maybe some upside still to the Georgia side of things. Cool, man. We'll lock you in at 14. Good luck.
All right, thanks.
Take care. Who's up next, Qwan? Who do we got? How's it going, Carlos? Welcome back to the show. How'd your weekend go?
Hey, what's up, man? Good. Real quick, because I got to go. Can I get an anytime touchdown for Gerald Everett?
+4.
First touchdown, Gerald.
First, you want 25 to 1?
Yeah, let me get that.
You just want to end this real quick? By the way, are you in the bathroom at work again?
Right now.
No, I'm in my office, but I have to go because I have a patient. So.
Okay, well, go do your thing. We'll lock you in 25 to 1 first TD. Go save the world. We'll talk to you later.
Thank you, sir.
Did you ever watch the movie Dirty Work? I told you to watch it.
No.
Norm Macdonald.
No.
I told you to watch it a few weeks ago. It reminds me of the doctor in that movie who's a gambling addict, and there's some bookies that are trying to come after him, and he's like trying to make these deals on the side to make money, like moving people up the like heart donor list and stuff like that. And Carlos, he's literally got a patient, but he's calling in to last Cheetah to get his 25 to 1 shot on Gerald Everett in first
like
TD
-5.
on Monday Night Football. That's why he knows he's so far behind. And he tells his nurse, "Hey, give me 2 minutes. I'll be right back."
Oh my goodness. We got Jim from Philly.
Like, Carlos, go help the people that need help. Oh my gosh.
We're gonna be here, Carlos.
Who's up?
We got Jim. Jim's on the line.
Hey Jim, what's up, man? How'd your weekend go?
Good. I mean, I rode you on Saturday. I actually had a San Diego State Miami money line parlay. It was like I got 5 to 1 on that at one book.
That's the beauty of the money line dog in a parlay.
Yeah. And then I hit pretty nicely on the Raiders, which
I was gonna say
went down to.
You were dead on about your Eagles, and the line went to pick. Waller being out, I think, had some of that too. But like that was insane. And then Eagles scored first, and then never had a chance after that.
Yeah, exactly. And I had the Titans going against the Chiefs. Money line's been probably keeping me in the black this year.
Well done.
I'm not going to chase any of these big picks here, and I'm well out of it. So I just figured I'd try to get a dub and start a little streak.
Sure.
So I'm going to go to the game tonight. Yeah, exactly. I love the Saints tonight, laying the 4. I know it should probably be closer to 3, but then there's like a part of me that thinks it's good up to 6. But I think I'll take Sean Payton off a bye. He's really good on the road. Obviously a better coach than Pete Carroll. Seattle's roster is really being exposed without Russell Wilson. I mean, even when they had Russell Wilson, they really couldn't sustain drives on offense. Their whole offense is geared towards play action, deep passing by Russell Wilson, and obviously Geno Smith doesn't have that ball placement. So, like I said, I know it's probably a little bit of a bad number, -4 on the Saints, but I'm pretty comfortable laying it.
All right, man. We can give you the -4. I know people that similarly don't think there's going to be a lot of points on the Seattle side. The totals moved down. Full game, first half, Seattle team total. So it's kind of correlated to laying it on the favorite here, I think, at least to some degree, is can Seattle do anything on the offensive side? So we'll give you the 4, man. Good luck tonight. We'll talk to you later.
All right, fellas. See you.
Jim's really excited about the Lions-Eagles matchup. I told him it's probably going to end in a tie.
Are you guys going to have a friendly wager of sorts?
Listen, no, I want the boys to lose.
You gun them for that first pick already.
0-17 first
Here's the
pick.
question. Like, I don't know if you think you need a quarterback or not, but this is the worst absolute year to have first pick if you're going for a quarterback to change the franchise around, turn them around. Just take him.
Overall,
yeah.
And then I think they got 28. I would go another whatever or try to swing something to get some veteran out there. Golf is horrible, man.
It's rough.
Yeah.
It actually, you have more respect for McVay. Like, he led Goff, went to the Super Bowl.
Yes.
And I know Bill and the Patriots shut him down for the most part there, but just to even get to that point is pretty impressive when it's Jared Goff, who, let's be honest, might be out of the league in the next. At least he won't be starting. He'll be a backup somewhere.
Yeah.
That was what I meant. I didn't mean to say out of the league. I apologize to the Goff family, but
Don't apologize.
I don't think he'll be a starter. Maybe one more year after this, but after that, I think he'll be.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah.
I mean, they came out like it was the Super Bowl. They were trying to win that.
I mean, it was the perfect approach. We speak about variance. Let's try all the trickery and fake plays and increase the variance where when we're wrong, we're going to lose by 40, but we could be right and win this game outright. And it gave them a chance.
Yeah,
they
I know they
chance.
had another one, another trick play tucked in the tank, too. We got Sarb up.
What's up, Sarab? How'd your weekend go?
It was good, man. How about you?
It was. Both days. Worked out. What are you looking at earlier this week? What are you going to bet?
I want to go the Bucks Pacers overs first quarter, please.
I am not shocked at all. Let's see here what I can give you. I'm not 100% sure. Has Drew Holiday been cleared? I'm not 100% sure. Probably doesn't matter too much for you. 56.5. That's the number that I can give you.
All right, I'll take it, man. Thank you.
Does that work? Okay, man. Take it easy. I know the totals moved up just for the full game. The first quarter moved up from 55.5 to 56.5. So Sarb's in at that number, but seems apparently someone out there agreed to move it up a point. Who's up next, Qwan? What's up, Brian? Easy wheel of names. Patriots -300 winner. Well done. How was the rest of your weekend?
Thank you, Preston. It was a pretty good week overall, slightly profitable.
Good to hear. What are you looking at early?
I think I'm going to go with the under in the football game tonight. Do you see any 42s left?
Let me double check. I know for sure 41.5s are running rampant. 42. Yes, 142. 2 42s. 3 42s. Yeah, you're good. 42, we can give you that. What's the angle here other than Geno Smith in the Seattle offense?
That pretty much is my angle, Geno Smith.
I figured that might be.
I know it's kind of not a great number, but I did bet it at a better number earlier in the week, but I'm just kind of doubling down here a little bit.
Okay. All good, man. We'll lock you in. Under the 42. We'll talk to you later on. Take it easy.
Thank you.
Who do we got up next, Qwan?
We got Paul in Tuscaloosa.
How's it going, Paul? Good job on the weekend. Good job with day 2 of Who Wants to Be a Betting Extraordinaire. We'll talk to you in about 30 minutes, but you get to lock in an early play for this show. What are you looking at on this fine Monday?
Well, I normally wouldn't do this, but for the contest, you guys are going to think I'm crazy, but I'm going to go no touchdown the entire game tonight.
Oh, my goodness. I mean, I know people that have done this successfully before. What's the price that you're seeing?
I saw plus 8,000 on BetMGM.
All right, I can give you that for sure. So 80 to 1. Give us 30 seconds. Why don't you think there's going to be a single touchdown tonight on Monday Night Football?
Okay. Well, obviously, the weather, rain, wind, bad weather, first of all. Second of all, I would say that, Winston and Smith, they have their own reputations. But I am banking on the fact that they've been, Geno's a veteran, so he's going to be safe with the ball. Winston has cut down his turnovers. So I think that they might not throw any interceptions, but they'll be very safe with the ball. So I'm just going to go banking on that fact, and hopefully it's a field goal fest.
All right. It's possible for sure. I'm not sure off the top of my head what the true price is, the true number is on this.
Yeah.
It's probably not 80-1, but it happens. It for sure happens. So if this is a good candidate, you will definitely win the month of October if you're right. So I will be following closely now, man. Good luck tonight.
All right. Thanks. Talk to you soon.
Take care.
That game last night was so bad.
It just was. I mean, there were touchdowns at least.
Yeah. We got the leader. The leader is good. The leader is great. Tom Davis.
Tom, the man, the myth, the legend. You are back. Well done on the 12-1. What are you looking at doing today? You going to play it safe? You going to keep going at it? What's the read from your end?
Everybody was swinging for the fences. I reckon we got to keep pecking ourselves.
Okay. What's the play? I don't know what that means, to be honest.
Kamara first touchdown.
Interesting. He's going for a 4-1 shot. He's just going to show everyone why he's the best. Look, Tom, ever since he started calling in 2.5 months ago, just doesn't lose. That's just fact. Even when he was losing, he wins on the 12-1 shot this weekend, and now he's winning again. I like it. We'll give you the 4-1. I think it's the best spot for a little shot that you're not going too crazy.
Yep, Seattle's defense ain't that good, and New Orleans is getting a couple of linemen back. They're going to be safe with the ball, I think. Be a lot of running. Screen pass ain't going to give Winston a chance to beat himself.
Yep.
Plus, with the bye week, his legs should be fresh.
Fair enough. Tom, good luck. I don't know how you do it. I hope your car problems have subsided from last week, but well done again over the weekend. We'll talk to you later on.
All right, now we car shopping now.
Hopefully not banking on the month of October here from last word Cheetah prize pool, but if so, you got a little extra potentially coming your way.
Got to hold on for one more day.
All right, brother. Peace.
See ya. That reminds me, I think I still need to send money to Carlos and Mike from Betting Extraordinaire. Those were the two that won day 3 a couple days ago, Thursday or whatever. Yeah, okay. I got to make a note of that. Who's up next?
Our final caller, Big B, showed up, and he's got some music.
Oh, is he going to play his jam? All right. Are we for one, he's on the leaderboard, so I was going to give him some love. He's been winning bets, which is good. But he also has a track.
He's not on the leaderboard.
He is, I thought. No?
Mr. B.
Mr. B, not Vic. Got it.
Two different.
Then let's just focus on the music, Vic. Throw the sports out. We don't need to know about sports. Give people 30 seconds on your background, and then, Qwan, do you have the link to play it?
I'm queuing it up.
All right, so yeah, take 30 seconds, Vic. Well, give us the little background on the music.
All right, so it's actually 10 years old, man. I kind of quit making music a while back. I'm doing the dad thing now, getting ready to go to my daughter's volleyball game now. But the song, like I said, it's kind of old, but music's still a passion of mine, from Augusta, Georgia, and that's about it. I did want to squeeze a play in, though.
Yeah, here, go ahead and give the play, and then we'll listen to your track on the way out.
All right, so for what it's worth, what can I get first touchdown Marquez Callaway?
10-1, I'm pretty sure. Let me just double check. We had someone else asking about that too.
Did they play it?
No, they didn't. They ended up going with DK Metcalf, so you can get 10-1 on Callaway.
Okay, that's what I want to do.
Beautiful. All right, man. We're going to play your jam. We will talk to you next time. Enjoy the volleyball game. Keep it up. Be a dad. All that stuff.
Of course. Thanks, fellas.
See ya. All right, I'm putting in the other earbuds. So I got this. Whenever you're ready, Qwan.
There's profanity. I hope that's okay.
We'll be
It
all right,
isn't too
man.
bad,
But
though.
thanks for the heads up.
All right.
10 years ago, Vic was pissed, man.
Yeah.
Qwan's
Need an aspirin up in the parking lot, going steady blasting. You know you from the hood if this life is your passion. Walk in the club and the camera lights flashing. The speakers beating, so you might need an aspirin up in the parking lot, going steady blasting. You know you from the hood if this life is your passion. Everybody that makes a buck is showing up. My homies showing respect, my family showing love. Mr. Untouchable motherfucker, you know it's us. Don't make a fuck where we at, they gon' notice us. Break up the tree, bust up that blunt, we steady rolling up. You other cats anorexic, I'm blowing up. Believe me, beers, I drink them until I throw them up. Treat competition like lawn chairs, I fold them up. Play your cards right.
Better than I was expecting. Am I allowed to say that?
That's that sound.
I fuck them up like a bad trip on acid. I got
I'll say this: for someone that doesn't even like hip hop much, Catchy was holding out the delay on passion. Like the way you delayed that was pretty sick. Actually, it caught me off guard. And then you had the second half of the verse that like like the little synth thing. It was cool. It was catchy. I liked it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
But
It's
yeah, I
like
guess
Pastor Troy. You sound like Pastor Troy.
Pastor Troy.
I'm actually from. He's from Augusta. That's where I'm
Yeah.
from. Yeah.
You
Good work.
got to get your wife to let you get back in.
One day.
Yeah. We about to go to the volleyball game. We crossing the Savannah River into North Augusta for our recreational sports. Man, we don't really get down too much with the rec over here in South Augusta, so we go to North Augusta for that, like our minor league baseball team did.
Gotcha, man. Good job. Appreciate you sharing the track with us. Take it easy.
No doubt, man. All right.
See ya.
Passion. It's really he sound like a Augusta, Georgia, Pastor Troy type rapper. There was a lane for him if he would have kept going.
Yeah, I wonder who he got. Like it was produced pretty well, especially for 10 years ago. Like
Yeah.
you could tell that was, these days it's a lot easier to make like high
Max
quality
Payne
production.
shouting.
Who? Max Payne? Oh, I don't know what he said. That's a big name though. He's off.
I didn't hear him say. I heard him say something. I don't know if Shorty. I thought he said.
Max Payne shouty. It's Atlanta speak. Little
Got it.
urban patois.
All I know is I was at some launch party in Beverly Hills yesterday, and some guy named Lil Bitcoin was getting ready to perform. So that's where my life is at right now.
Hey, man, marketing right there.
You got a shout out here, but anyways, we have any more callers on, or should I jump into my college real quick?
Jump in.
Let's pull them up. All right, we talked about one of them. I don't remember at the beginning of the show. Oh, Auburn. I still like it under 3. Obviously, there's some difference between 1.5, and like 2.5 now across the board, but still worth playing. I think a little smaller there. First up, let me go ahead and pull. The first is 115 UNLV. I like 20.5 still. It was 21 last night. Go ahead and let me fade Nevada here. And a Nevada defense that's extremely poor against the run. UNLV can run it to some degree. And I had the number 18. So I like it. It's a little bit higher. Matchup is conducive. 203. I know someone else that I think added this today. There's a chance it has moved. Yep, it's gone. Only liked it at 10. Keep an eye on it in case there's bounce back. Arkansas State's it was an ugly one, but the 10s were a little too tall. So that's kind of worthless to give out now. But Boise State, I think, is good. Look, this is a Colorado State team that I think has been better than people anticipated, especially since the Vandy debacle when they lost at home to Vandy, up 21 going into the second half. Boise State's been basically the reverse outside of the big BYU win, where when you dig into that box score, though, they were +6 on fumble luck. They got the W in Provo, but weren't necessarily the better team. I think this is kind of a nice side-on-side spot. sell a little high on Colorado State, buy a little low on Boise. And I don't remember off the top of my head. Let me just double check real quick. Bye week for Boise. They're coming off of a loss to Air Force. And Colorado State's last game, they played Utah State on Friday night, lost outright as a small favorite. I think they were a 3-point favorite close. Just think Boise's enough better, and the altitude's not going to be a massive deal for them. They're accustomed to it playing in this conference or even locally to some degree. I have the number more like 5. So 2.5s I think are great for the Boise side. And then we talked about this one when Connor came in and called to rub the Clemson Pitt result in my face, and he agreed here. Miami getting double digits, too high. It looks like it's down to 10 most spaces now. Most spaces. Twitter Spaces. Check it out if you haven't before. Most places, though, is what I meant to say. It was 11 when we were talking earlier on the actual show. So, down to 10. I think it's worth a bet at 10 and would not play it worse. So, if you miss the 11, 10.5, 10 is kind of the bottom of my range there. But I think this will break through by the end of the week. Granted, Pitt's been pretty good. They deserved it. I still think if Shipley catches that TD all alone, walking in 14-0 Clemson, that's a much different sentiment in Pittsburgh on Saturday, but he dropped it. And then Clemson gave up 2 fourth-down TDs to Pitt right before the half, and all of a sudden they're down 7 instead of up 14. It was rough, but I'll fade Pitt one more time. We'll see if it pans out. But just those 5 for me so far, and I'll go through totals tonight, and we'll discuss those tomorrow. But, that should do it. Any thoughts on NFL early, Qwan? Have you looked at it? Did you know a couple of things? Interesting to note. Patrick Mahomes got hurt at the end of the game. I mean, they looked horrible anyway. But I know that was like a 13.5 point spread. It opens down to 10 last I looked. Let me just double check. Yeah, against the Giants. Some 9.5s even. It's a Monday night game. So if Mahomes is out, you got the Kansas City Chiefs laying 10. And another one, real quick, last one. What was that?
They said he's out?
I don't know. I don't think there's been an official word. I missed it if there was. I'm just saying the market is assuming he might miss.
They said he was cleared already.
He was already good to go?
Yeah.
So you're just saying that everyone's just betting against the Chiefs anyway.
It's shenanigans. They got that test back real quick. I'm calling it shenanigans.
Okay. The one that is officially that I did look at and at least saw before we went live was Zach Wilson's out a little while. So you've seen that look-ahead line at home against the Bengals go from, 3.5 to now we're looking at 9.5, 10. Now part of it is the fact that Bengals crushed the Ravens. The Jets couldn't stop the Pats. So that was going to be a higher line regardless. But now no Wilson. White did not necessarily look like a competent backup. But has Wilson been great either? Not really. So that's an interesting one. But a couple ugly, weird games with quarterback question marks. And Arizona just got blitzed to 6. There must have been news during the show or right before we went live on Green Bay, Arizona Thursday night, because that was 3.5 and now it's 6. But I'm trying to figure out what would have happened, because if Aaron Rodgers is out, that's worth a lot more than 2.5 points or X% from a 3.5 to a 6. I'm trying to figure out who would be out for Green Bay that is worth a 3.5 to a 6. I'm not sure. Maybe I should just Google it. I still don't think he's worth that much though.
Yeah, that's the question. Who else could be out? Ew, this week looks terrible too.
Oh, he's on looks like COVID-19 reserve list.
Nagy.
So it's just a combination of potentially more. Defensive coordinator Joe Barry previously tested positive, which sent the entire team into advanced COVID protocols. It's possible that Adams is the only Green Bay player or staff member to test positive before their matchup, but there also could be more. If he is out, Packers will be down to Lazard and Randall Cobb as their top receivers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling is currently also on the injured reserve with a hamstring. Might be eligible to return this week. So that's the situation there.
What about Chicago? Did that move? I mean, it's an ugly game versus the 49ers anyway, but Nagy, I think, tested for COVID.
It is 3.25. It's like they're like getting 3.5 at home, juiced or a plus money 3.
It's an ugly week too, man. It's just a bunch of ugly.
The fun game of the week is probably good. Here's another one. Like Miami's getting 2 TDs at Buffalo. Like It might be a little high if you can get the 14, but am I really rushing to do that? No. The real fun game might actually be Eagles-Lions. I'm just kidding. The Tennessee-Indianapolis game should be good. It's going to probably be close at least. But like Rams-Houston, no one really cares about that either. Cleveland-Pittsburgh could have been good, but both teams don't really show any promise and are dealing with some injuries. And what I was going to say is I think the real two games here are the night game, Dallas-Minnesota. That should be awesome. I'm stoked for that. But the last one, New England against the Chargers. I think that one might be fun. If New England's offense is similar to what they did against the Jets, which is hard to say, but the Chargers' defense hasn't necessarily been great, that might be a fun one. That's in the afternoon. But Dallas, Minnesota. And by the way, I like Minnesota to 8.5 as a teaser. Like if you can have it in you to go with Darnold up to plus 8.5 as well as the other side against Atlanta, it's the Falcons.
I think they're
or wait for another leg that makes sense, but Minnesota getting 8.5 Sunday night against Dallas. A Dallas team I think is a little overvalued in the market. That's the play.
Do you think they're going to start him after benching him? Because I think
who went in behind him. I don't know.
Walker from the.
He's been okay. Like even last year when he played a little bit. Yeah.
He can use his legs. He was really good in the XFL the few games that he played. I think he was going to be the MVP if they.
He was going to probably. I know people that were betting him at 8-1 to win MVP.
That was bad. And COVID.
And then nothing. Yeah. The league ended. That was that.
But I think he's really good, man. He torched the Lions last season.
Well, that doesn't explain.
Which isn't saying much, but yeah, he's a really more than serviceable quarterback. I think he has potential. But man, Darnold, that interception he threw in the red zone, it was what are you looking at? How did you? You want to say that? Yeah, Adam Gase kind of messed him up, but ew.
Ew.
And then the Deshaun, I know you say you don't like to talk about rumors, but Deshaun Watson, he might be on the move this week to Carolina or Miami.
Yeah.
So
I mean, they need to do something because Sam Darnold just ain't it. By the way, PJ Walker, I actually did like what I've seen from him, but in that game, which was a blowout, and the Giants weren't really playing conducive defense to anything but prevent, was 3 for 14 for 33 yards. He ran once for 13 yards, but he was sacked 3 times, 3 for 14. That's 21% completion percentage. Not great, but also he was just kind of thrust in there. But it's the Giants playing prevent, so it's just weird. I don't know. The card's weird again to me. I don't like much.
I'm just looking. It looks horrible. Oh my God.
Yeah. I think I love the game being New England and the Chargers, and Minnesota Dallas will be fun. And I'm intrigued by some of these ugly ones, but not enough that I'm rushing to bet any of them, at least early. I'll be updating some more NFL stuff today on my end, but the only plays I ended up looking at for the weekend this past was Eagles, and then the Pats in the form of Jets team total unders first half and full game. Zach Wilson, rookie quarterback against Bill Belichick. I had the -7s a little bit low anyway at home, which would have been an easier win because the team total was 17.5, and they were sitting 13 for the whole fourth quarter and some of the third, but and then one teaser that hit, but that's it. So it'll probably be similar this week where I'll hit a teaser with Minnesota and Carolina just because you kind of have to, and maybe 1 or 2 plays, but yeah, nothing
Those
much.
spreads were I was so afraid of that Cardinal spread.
It got all the way to 20.5, and they were down 5-0, and they still covered all the numbers and moved a ton. I finally messaged a few people right before kick, and I said, talk me out of plus 20.5. And I remember looking in the second quarter with 10 minutes left. It was 5-0 Texans.
Yeah.
I was like, crap, how did I not talk more about Texans at 20.5? And then they didn't cover anyway, so it worked out. But, yeah, that was wild to see. All right, man, let's wrap it up. We have day 3 of Who Wants to Be a Betting Extraordinaire. Paul and Tom Davis. The only 2 left, the only 2 that successfully bet a 2-team moneyline parlay in the NFL with the touchdown favorites that we had yesterday. So today, be a little bit tougher. We'll have a little bit of an underdog. We're probably going to go Monday Night Football. I still have to decide with Qwan what the question will be. We'll tell you guys on the other side, meaning the next stream, which will go live in 3 or 4 minutes. We'll be back with you here at Bets TV.